morning! I am feeling very haggard this morning, and Gary is currently wearing a sarong. I slept all the way through, which was nice. Gary, on the other hand,
I woke up, wake up, sleep, because I was freezing cold. And there was this light, blue light, that I didn't think, go to find out to turn that off. So for most of the night till 4 in the morning, there was an ice blue refrigerator light in here and I was freezing. It was an odd day.
Now, in most scenarios, and most other human beings would go, it's cold, there's a thermostat in here, maybe I should adjust it.
I don't understand how to use it. He's the one that does all the temperature
Okay,
stuff.
right. So it was on that.
So you turn it up red.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But however red you want it. So we'll try that one, see how warm that is. If that's not warm enough, we'll go up one. That's how it works. Also, you just say to your friend, Adam, I'm cold. And then I'll take care of it.
No.
Just, you don't...
I don't like to be a bother.
We wanted to at least have like a bit of a wake up routine this morning. So we ordered breakfast to the room with the little hanging menu thing that they do on the door. So we've got, I think I've got bagel and cream cheese. Gary's got le croissant.
You ordered donuts as well?
Maybe.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Souvenir. Little device for the ship. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary saying, give me your tips. Woo! And then always leave them wanting more.
Or, you know, mentally scarred, whichever one comes first. We're currently watching Lilo and Stitch. And there's a bit at the start where Stitch goes, Misa, what a twister! And Gary was like, I think he said this. And I was like, I think he said this.
It's not for the vlog. But it was filth.
We don't have much of a plan today apart from potentially... Well, we're seeing the Princess at 10:15. And then... Free schedule, isn't it, Gary C?
Busy, busy day. How was the shower?
Pro and con to being on Deck 5. And the con doesn't necessarily apply to everyone, but it will apply to us. The pro, best water pressure I've ever had on a Disney cruise.
Really?
And I think the lower you are, the better the water pressure. Because, you know, logic would dictate it's got to go up the ship. Con, because the deck is shorter for the kids' clubs, can't stand in the shower. I was like this.
Oh no.
So you're going to be like this.
Hello.
Yeah, so if you're tall, maybe don't stay on Deck 5. We have booked the Royal Gathering this morning. About 30 days before your departure, you can go onto the booking system and book this in. It goes quite quickly, so I'd recommend being on time. But all you have to do is join the line in the lobby, and we get to meet Cinderella, Tiana, and Belle. When Gary goes to meet the princesses, it's like he's going up to meet Mariah.
I can actually feel the misty-eyed like coming, like I'm gonna cry.
It's going to be perfect.
My eyes are literally gonna go. It's because my 3 favourite princesses are all here. Tiana, Belle and Ariel. So, yeah, once I get past Cinderella, that's when I'm going to start bawling. I feel like the characters and the music.
Hello.
Hello.
My friend Thank you very, very much. You're ready every single day.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for watching. Thank you.
We're watching you interact with everyone.
Oh, well, thank you.
Hello.
We got distracted in picking up a free gift, because if you're a DVC member you get a free gift every day of the cruise. Yesterday was a lanyard, which we've already got, and then this was, what, the ship going?
It went, whoa!
But then in talking to the cast member there, she was like, oh, you've got opportunities to add on for as little as 25, and like you get this free bag and you get this. So we ended up going down to the little office where they kind of talk people into signing up to, well, not talk people into, but you know, talk about joining DVC. And it's just not affordable for me to add on, so...
Would you like more DVC?
I would like more DVC, but it's not affordable to add on. If anything, I think I'm probably going to look at resale. Well, I worked with DVC Resale Market, and you know, I keep an eye on what comes up on there to see.
Last time I was here, I was dressed as a crocodile.
Gary's just off to go meet some characters. I'm going to head to the Rainforest Room because I figured that if I don't start using it, I'm not going to get the full use out of it. So for the whole cruise, I think it was $159, and when you consider that a day pass is $39, as long as you use it once a day, it does actually end up being, you know, good value. So when checking into the Rainforest Room, all you have to do is drop your card at reception, and they can give you slippers and a robe if you wish. What have you been doing, Gary C?
Meeting characters, and I got.
Why am I not surprised?
I spent an hour with the lovely Dave and Hannah and their lovely baby.
Meeting Ariel and Minnie and yeah.
Met Minnie and I met Pluto, and then I was photographer for them for their entire princess thing. So I've been busy.
You've been very busy. We're going to head into Royal Palace for lunch. We have actually shown this on the last series, so we're just going to sit down and enjoy this, but you can check it out on my last series link below. We're now going to go get a little sweet treat, because we didn't fancy anything on the dessert menu in Royal Palace. Vanellope's, let's find some ice cream. Unicorn vanilla. Pistachio, ooh. We know that Gary's is probably going to go for mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip or mint chocolate chip?
There's quite a few I'm actually interested in. There's the strawberry cheesecake gelato. There's the caramel sea salt, which just looks very nice. Banana gelato, ooh. I went for a banana gelato with white chocolate bits. What did you go for?
Chocolate chip ice cream. Mint chocolate chip ice cream with Mickey Mouse crunchy bits.
You love them, don't you? Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? Perfect Gary's tea temperature.
Cold.
Well, it's still t-shirt weather. We're pretty sure that whilst we're on the cruise, it's going to transfer into sweater weather. Sweater weather.
I felt it last night.
What have you got?
Blanket.
They have them in the little towel things, don't they?
Ocean. It's the Beauty and the Beast show, Ocean. For those of you joining me now on this Ocean Explorer, I would take the risk of taking a picture. I'm gonna. Oh my god, they're there! Oh my god! That was so. Look! Oh! Wow! That was so cool! Wow!
Nice little sit down, wasn't it?
Why is it so quiet everywhere?
Well, I don't know.
I think it's because people think it's going to be cold outside.
How does she know that you really, really, truly copyright? So, in the last vlog, you might have known that when we went to the Bibby Body Boutique, the cast member said, oh no, then we don't have a pirate night activity thing in here. And we're like, there's no pirate night? Oh my god. We've just found out in conversation with several crew and guests, there is no pirate night. Sad. But we're still going to wear our costumes, and we've decided we're going to do it tomorrow night. So, it's not pirate night, but we're going to be stubborn and we're making it pirate night.
There you go.
Oh my goodness, no. What about you, Donald? Oh, a little shy? Yeah, you don't want to share with us?
No.
Just a little bashful.
We've found our way to pub 687. We're going to do some origami.
Origami time.
We've done this before, haven't we?
On the Disney Fantasy. So I don't know what these three will make. We had a lot more people on the Disney Fantasy for some elaborate things. So I'm hoping these are going to be really easy. Like, for example...
Don't do it now.
Triangle.
Alright, next step, my friends. Next step is you want to examine your paper again. So we got two sides to our paper. A top as well. Well, thank you so much, my friends. Hope you had a good time. You had a good time, yes?
Yeah! We also made a piano and a frog. Just come back to the room. You have to watch the last vlog to know what that means. Where to, GC?
The Cove for a coffee.
We're gonna get a soy milk one this time?
I'm gonna get a soy milk.
Word to the wise, Cove is very busy on day at sea. I went for a caramel frappe and Gary went for...
I went for a vanilla chai latte with soy milk. It did have the 25th
Vanilla?
on
You
it.
didn't ask for vanilla.
Oh, didn't I?
So last time you asked me for a chai latte, I ordered a chai latte. He says, has it got soy milk? And I was like, no, I didn't ask for soy milk. So now I asked for a chai latte with soy milk, but now you want vanilla in it.
I can't remember what I asked for, that's why. And it did have the 25th written on it, but because it has no froth, the 25th just went like melted. There's a lot of people out there that wouldn't even say what I drink is a given coffee.
I mean...
It's basically milk.
It's a tea latte, isn't it?
It's a milk with a bit of a tea flavour.
Enjoy, good luck. Thank you. Hello. Hi. The man said good luck as we came in. I don't need luck. Funky chairs.
Ooh, are they though?
Ooh, these are cool.
What's our team name? Chicken liver. Ooh. That's the universe. Punish me for being stupid.
There will be some music clips, some multiple choice. Some you'll have to come up with the answer on your own. So we're really going to test your knowledge today. Name this musical based on this clip.
So, having written a dream guide to Disney Cruise Line is coming in very handy right now, because I've got a whole lot of research about Disney Cruise Line.
Number 9, another musical clip for you all. What musical is this song from?
We've managed to answer all 25 questions, so fingers crossed. It might be in our reach. Woo!
Congratulations. What is the custom color created exclusively for the hull on Disney Cruise Line ships?
Monica Blue.
It is Monica Blue.
Oh my god, we got one! Yay! That's a fun fact in the dream guide.
If you have 10 or more, keep the applause going. Did anyone get 15 or more? It
Wow.
already got a lot thinner from the first applause there. 24. Oh, and just like that, we have a winning team. Everyone give our team over here a huge
That is
round of
amazing.
Wow.
applause.
They've definitely sailed for 25 years, that's for sure.
Exciting. Going home with those Donald Duck medallions as well. Like I said, we're going to be having some...
Now comes one of my favourite parts of the day. Getting ready for dinner. And you know what that means? Cheese plate down my name. Oh my god, now it's boiling in here. Now turn the thing up. We can't win. Back down you go.
More characters out. Which is a
You, of all people! God, he must be really ill. Oh.
You can touch my forehead. Touch me.
No, no, you want to slap your clammy face.
Touch my clammy face. Oh, no more talk.
Don't have to look at that anymore.
The goose is always. Revenge. Well. I suppose you think you're very funny for that.
I think I'm hilarious.
You knew I'd be going to give us that.
Yes, I did. Let's go. Let's see your lookbook.
Nothing fancy. Jeans, black trainers, because you know I can't wear like normal shoes because I have to be difficult because my feet are wide and weird. Anyway, enough of all my medical transgressions.
I'm wearing my classic, just a blazer. I find it a lot easier just to bring something like this to formal night on the Disney Cruise Line because it's not particularly dressy compared to other cruise lines where it's normally like black tie. The golden Mickeys are tonight. Oh, do you want a picture with it?
Yeah, why not?
We are in the atrium for the captain's reception, which starts at 5:30 p.m. on the formal night. Where basically you can come into the atrium, grab yourself a free drink, and maybe get a photograph or two.
Mingle, you know. Hello, what do you do?
Well, that's actually, the officers will come out and they'll chat to guests and everything like that. So if you'd like to meet some of the crew that actually steer the ship and stuff like that, this is a good night to do it. Gary's got a Bahama Mama, courtesy of Disney Cruise Line. Cheers.
Yep.
I tried a little bit because it's rum. It was very...
It's like a spicy taste to it, but not spicy as in, oh my god. It's like spicy as in, ooh, Caribbean, nice.
We've just picked up 2 stragglers. Claire and Simon! If you don't already know Claire, she's got a fantastic series on the British Isles cruise that we're doing right now from last year in 2013. So you can see this lovely face.
Bless you.
And learn more about this itinerary as well, because she's done a fantastic series about like the ports and where to go and what to see. So that's how we know what we're doing right now. They're currently doing a bit of presentation that goes into the theatre. Are you having a lovely cruise, Claire?
I am. It's been so good, and even more lovely now that we've met up and catching up.
So Claire and I did a Disney program in 2013 and 2017. So we have some vlogs from back in the day on my channel,
Oh my God.
and your channel, I think.
Yes.
So if you want to go way back on my channel, you can go see us going. We went
There's some
to
fun Fort Wilderness vlogs.
yes,
Check those out.
with Gary as well.
Oh, mate.
When we went to Fort Wilderness. And then we got the Christmas
went-
spirit jerseys.
And we went on canoes. That was funny. Do you
That was
remember the
horrendous.
canoeing?
We can't vlog the shows, so we're going to watch the Golden Mickeys because they are tonight!
You see my golden Mickeys?
When were the Golden Mickeys, Gary? The Golden Mickeys were great. We really enjoyed it. The confetti all comes down from the ceiling and everything. So I think if you're going to watch the Golden Mickeys, I recommend sitting on this lower bit, not under the second floor. Gary's favourite time of the day. Little dog!
Towel time. It's a little dog.
Towel time.
Ah.
If I pet him, does that make me the towel toucher?
Yeah. Pet him again. That's it. Good picture. What did you think?
I loved it. What was your highlight?
Loved it.
Was it getting the glitter at the end?
I mean, these have been a very big highlight. They didn't do this before. Have you seen these?
They did, but we weren't sitting down there.
Oh, these
to
are
get
great. I obviously loved the Quasimodo section, the whole Hunchback section. What am I going to say? I'm a creature of habit. Love Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I think my favourite bit was probably... I like the bit at the end when all the characters come out.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah.
And Mickey comes out with a... I won't ruin it, but it's really good. Tonight we are heading for dinner at Enchanted Garden.
Hooray!
Ooh la la! We have met some wonderful people on this cruise.
So many wonderful people.
And I think this has got a very different vibe to the last cruise we did. This one's very chill. It is. There's very few children on board. Like when we saw the Golden Mickeys, they have this bit where like children come out as the Snow White Seven Dwarfs, and there was only 4 of them because there's so few children to actually be able to cast.
They couldn't even round up 7 kids.
But yeah, so we're gonna go and have dinner now. Enchanted Garden is the same menu that I filmed on my last cruise, so if you would like to go and see this meal, check out that. But we're going back to Enchanted Garden for a second time on this cruise, so when we get there I'll show you that menu.
I met Captain Mickey in his formal captain outfit, and it's very good.
Well, I'll insert an image here
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
good though. Good. It's lovely, this restaurant.
It's lovely.
Also, I love the fact that the chairs have got air balloons on the back.
Oh yeah!
Chippendale love to dance. They love to dance moves, right, Chippendale?
I've had a little ensemble change. I was sick of wearing my blazer.
Chickendale.
Chickendale. We're now heading to the club.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
But it's a Disney club. It's not like a... It's more of a... La 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 la.
Ooh. Feel that adult vibe. Well, that sounds wrong. The adult vibe.
Grown-up vibe.
Grown-up vibes.
Do you know how to use your camera?
I do. It frightens me a little bit.
How long have you been doing this?
Shut up, Claire. Okay, we are now in Evolution. We've been joined by Claire and Simon again. Gary's over there as well. Goose. And we're currently watching Majority Rules, which... Is it? I can't remember. It's like
Pointless. It's pointless, but the opposite.
It's the opposite of pointless.
Yeah, if you watch
BBC One, daytime TV, that's the one. And then we've got Match Your Mate after this. Quizney Cruise Line. Let's get quizzical.
Something fairy tale. Something with fairy tales.
Quizzy Tale.
Quizzy tale.
That's good, I like that. The rule of Majority Rules is that you've got to try and guess what everyone else is going to put. So the first question was...
the most popular honeymoon destination.
So we put Hawaii.
Yeah.
Which sounds about right. Why am I blurry? Goodness sake.
I have to walk back and down every time.
You volunteered!
I didn't realise. I thought I was volunteering for a bit of attention and like to be the spokesperson.
So what was the question and what did we put?
Right, so best movie, and we went for Godfather. Simon's favourite. Everyone put below, what's your favourite movie?
There you go.
The winner, I can't believe I'm going to say this, Titanic.
Well.
We should have known. We're on a ship.
Well, we wouldn't have put Titanic anyway.
No.
Well, Match Your Mate was hilarious.
Brilliant.
It does always seem to be that because they get a newlywed couple, an older couple, and then like one in the middle. It does seem to be like the older couple always have the stories.
Always the stories.
They really, and there's always one that's like wants to like keep the peace and like doesn't want to get involved, and the other one's like, yeah, I'll tell them all. But
all the stories.
We're heading back to the room now. We're going to sign off for this evening, and we will see you tomorrow. So don't go anywhere. Morning and welcome to sunny Belfast.
Love it.
We weren't expecting this weather.
We weren't. Shorts and t-shirt.
Look at this. Okay, so this is the port, and very similar to what we had on some of the other European destinations that you might have seen on the channel, like in Norway and also La Rochelle. This is very much like the shipping freight terminal.
We have no idea what these giant things are.
I think they're wind turbines.
I've made several X-rated suggestions, and
none of them will be going in the vlog.
One of them, when our elderly neighbour was outside on the balcony. Oh no.
We don't have an excursion booked today. All we're doing today is going off ourselves and then going over to the Titanic Museum, because we thought that would be something really interesting that we've never had the chance to see. And just have a little wander around the town. We're probably going to get like a little Starbucks or something just to pick us up a bit. If you're going off the ship, just make sure you have your key to the world card and also your
government photo ID.
Government photo ID. So driving license is fine for us. I'm bringing our passports just because Gary doesn't have a driving license. So we can make sure that we've both got the same thing. And worst case scenario, you end up, missing the ship or stuck here, whatever happens, you can definitely make your way back with a passport. That's why I like to take them. Let the adventure begin. It's a bit wobbly, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? A bit chilly as well.
Gary's always looking at the pins. Visit Belfast have put on a cruise shuttle for us to go over to the actual main town, and that's near where the Titanic Museum is.
Derry Halloween, Derry Gales, love it. Top show, watch.
Let the day in Belfast begin. Goodbye, Disney Dream. We'll see you later. We've been dropped off at the Visit Belfast shop, just here outside City Hall. Very impressive building.
Lovely.
It's very nice, isn't it?
I'm going to get a picture of it.
Why don't you?
Why are you not surprised?
We pre-booked tickets to Titanic Belfast, which is the museum near the dock, but it's like the local dock, it's not the ship terminal. So from where we've been dropped off to there is about a mile walk, so it should take about 30 minutes. We've been told that the buses will be picking up from here again, so we're going to come back here once we've finished our little excursion. And also with Titanic Belfast, you need to make sure that you book a time ahead of time, because there were people saying that they couldn't book in today, so obviously the slots do go. Oh look, Gary, they've got an M&S!
Oh, fantastic!
I just had like a what moment. So the game store in my local town and my family's local town has closed. And I just saw it was open. I was like, game? Oh look, Gary's found the Funko Pops. Why am I not surprised?
But the funny thing is, it's shops like this, like tucked out of the way, that you find like rare ones that are going for loads of money now. And if you're a collector, like I am, I've got loads of little sets that I collect. You never know when a jewel is going to be there. Took a picture of the fish.
Sound Yard. This playful art installation was inspired by the sounds of Belfast shipyards. It is formed by a constellation of hundreds of metal chimes that are activated to create sounds reminiscent of the shipyards. Huh. I'm assuming it's meant to be if the wind whistles through it or something. But that was nice. Caw. Oh look, it's like motion activated.
Oh, that's why. You have to do it, look. You have to walk the lines.
What are you on about? Walk the lines.
It's motion activated, so
Yeah,
like...
yeah, but not from you walking on the pattern on the floor, just from standing here.
They're all starting up. It is.
I think it's just there's a sensor under each one.
I'm right. Look. That's why the kids in the picture are going...
So this pointy building here is the Titanic Museum. That wasn't a bad walk. It was pretty easy to follow on Google Maps, and it's taken about 30 minutes. We're going to pop in this little coffee shop here, Paper Cup. Little pick-me-up.
There's also a Game of Thrones thing over there, one of the little stained glass windows for the trail for that. So I don't know what the significance of the actual show is, but I'll have a picture of it.
Got a cheeky cross on each.
So the Game of Thrones thing. Game of Thrones production called Northern Ireland, it's home for like 10 years. So they've done these tribute stained glass things to represent some of the favourite moments of the show dotted around the set.
Ah, right, okay.
It's like a tribute to them.
Also, best caramel latte I've ever had.
And look at these, look at little jams.
I know! If you're coming this way, I really recommend popping in that coffee shop. Best caramel latte I've ever had in my life. It was so good. And we enjoyed our croissant with jam, didn't we?
Yeah.
What's this?
Well, that's Laurel and Hardy.
I thought that was Charlie Chaplin.
That is Charlie Chaplin.
Glass of Thrones, this is called.
So the reason why it's called Glass of Thrones, because this one represents the villains of Game of Thrones, the White Walkers, the undead. So that
Is the whole exhibition not called Glass of Thrones?
yeah, the whole thing's called Glass of Thrones, but this is representing the White Walkers. So each one represents either the houses within Game of Thrones, like the Stark, Lannister, and this one represents the villains.
It looks like something that's been wrecked or something.
Yeah, salvage.
Welcome to Titanic Belfast. Why, thank you, sign. On the way in, the greeter let us know that because we've pre-booked our tickets and got the QR code, we go straight to the entrance over here. They do have tickets on sale over here, but again, it depends on what the availability is. An adult ticket is £24.95 and a child ticket is £11. Senior citizen 19, student 19, family is 62 by the looks of it. It's a beautiful building, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really lovely.
So we just scan our QR code. So this is the time clock for all the people who are helping build the Titanic. So when they were checking in for their shift, they'd have to turn that and clock in. So we've had like a brief overview about what Belfast was like back in the time of the Titanic being built, and the fact that they'd announced it, and
the build-up that they had to build a new dock because it was obviously the biggest ship of its time. So they were like, everyone was like, why
and it was going to create so many jobs,
why do you
and
need this big dock? How big is this ship going to be? So it's all like drama.
showing the Arrow gantry, which is the thing that helped build the Titanic and put all the pieces in place. It's so cool. Here's a picture of the draftsman who are actually putting together the plans for the Titanic. Thinking about, like, that's wild how many people they need to design it. And obviously it's all done on paper like this. Put real effort into like presenting all the information really nicely, haven't they?
Really well done.
So we are currently in line for a sky ride that will give us some information about the shipyard building experience. You can bypass this if you don't want to see it. There's like a standby walking alternative. We figured we'd come all this way, we might as well do it.
Yeah.
It's about a 15-minute wait, and this is a very busy day. We've noticed that it's full. It's 100% full. We fit a maximum of 6 people in each car.
I came in here the day after my 14th birthday, Harland and Wolff. That's where you worked in Belfast.
They put me to work on 401. That's what we called her. We knew she'd be the largest passenger ship in the world, but we didn't call her Titanic then.
You only had candles for light.
And the constant hammering against the shell plates. You could hear it all over Belfast.
Oh, look, so this is where the actual museum is.
And that's where it was.
And that's where it was being built. So we're in the same spot. That's so wild. So if you look up carefully, there's a line on the floor which is to illustrate where the ship was actually situated in the dock being built. The fit out, so I'm guessing this is once they built the structure of it, actually putting in the furniture and the upholstery and all that stuff. Our first model that we've actually seen of the Titanic. Titanic's funnels were made at Harland and Wolff. 3 of the funnels vented combustion gases from the boilers. The 4th was a dummy used for ventilation. Here's a look at one of the suites on board.
Very nice.
Well, this is the thing. This would be luxury even by today's standards, wouldn't it?
Like Royal Palace on the drain.
It looks like a tea room or something for the first class passengers. They even have cuts of the carpet, yeah.
Well, the actual carpet.
I don't know if it's the actual carpet, it might be replicas. Because I imagine they have to replace these tiles a lot with people touching them. So we'll look at the fabrics that they had on board. White Star Line tableware. This is the size of a 3rd class cabin. So you can see, it is not very big at all. I'm guessing they would have like communal showers and stuff because there's only a basin in the actual room. So here they've illustrated the actual journey that the Titanic made. So it left Belfast on Tuesday the 2nd of April 1912 at 8 PM. Went to Southampton, arrived on the 4th of April, left on the 10th of April. Then it went to Cherbourg, left there on the 10th of April. Hang on a minute. On the same day. How weird. So it left Southampton 12 noon and got to Cherbourg at 6:45 PM. So it's only there for a couple of hours and then went.
Yeah, Cherbourg's in France or Belgium.
Left Queenstown on the 11th of April, but unfortunately didn't make it to New York. These are some of the Morse code messages that are being sent to and received by the Titanic. This is an original life jacket recovered from an unknown Titanic victim. Only 12 life jackets remain in the world out of a total of 3,500 that were on board the ship. Here they've illustrated the domino effect that actually led to the sinking. Here are all the witness testimonies that were done in the inquiry after the sinking.
Some of them taken on the Carpathia, which was the ship that saved the people that were in the lifeboats.
And delivered them to New York, correct? Got to say, this exhibition is so beautifully artistic in its presentation. This illustrates the difference between normal sonar on a ship like this versus the Argo system that was developed to actually try and search for the Titanic. This is an original deck chair for the Titanic. It was recovered from the service by the Mackay Bennett, the first of 4 ships chartered by the White Star Line to search for bodies after the sinking. Bearing the distinctive insignia of the White Star Line on the headrest and a brass name tag holder on the rear, this deck chair is one of the only 6 known to have survived.
I am going to America on the nicest ship in the world.
This violin belonged to Wallace Hartley, who was one of the musicians that played until the very end. Today's 2.5 layer stone, 2 quarts of That was really good.
Really nice, very tastefully done.
Very tastefully done, well presented, very artistic at times, and like very somber.
The projection underneath you when you're looking at the artifacts from like the ship and everything.
Yeah.
Like was really strange. How it showed like the celebration.
Yeah.
And then like.
And like I will note, there's not many artifacts because they haven't. They're all artifacts that have been in like family collections from people who survived the Titanic or like passed on to people who have managed to survive the Titanic and stuff like that, or were recovered from the top of the ocean. They weren't actually taken from the sinking site. So. It was very well done. I liked it. From entering to exiting, it took about an hour and a half. We didn't necessarily stop to read every single sign. So if you wanted to, you could probably spend a good 2-3 hours in there reading every single thing, or if you had the audio guide or something. But I think for the price of like £25-ish, it was you know,
really well
value.
Done.
You know?
So well done.
And we saw it in the museum, but these pylons illustrate kind of where the dock was. And how big it was as well. Titanic Studios, that is where I think they filmed the Game of Thrones. Oh. So that's the significance of it being here, is the fact that they filmed it in these, what are they called?
Studios?
Well, they're studios, but they're called sound stages, that's it. At the end of where the Titanic dock was, they've got one of the Game of Thrones things, and they've actually put a seat so you can make it look like you're sitting on the throne. I think it'd be rude not to get a picture, wouldn't it, Gary?
Yeah.
What up, peasants?
Travelling with Gary C is just a lot of Gary pointing at things and saying, I think that's this. Oh, maybe it's not. It's not. Oh, it is!
I'd just like to say I haven't been here for like 20 years, so I'm trying to remember all the things. And when I did come, I was visiting my friend Brendan, so I didn't see like the touristy stuff, but obviously now I'm like picture.
We are making a slow walk back to a ship. We've just passed through the cinema complex, and there is a Five Guys.
We could.
I mean, there's not like a... Northern Irish food is basically English food, isn't it? I think let's get a Five Guys.
Yeah.
We like it. I'm sure most of you have been to a Five Guys before, but this is what a single bacon cheeseburger looks like, and Gary went for the veggie sandwich. Richard, what do you think of it?
Incredible.
Oh, that's really good.
The veggie sandwich with cheese, because the cheese really brings it all together.
Yeah. Whilst my burger is delicious, I think Five Guys have some of the best burgers out there. Not sponsored, just like them. So we're sitting here and I went, oh, there's the other Game of Thrones thing, and he went,
where? I literally looked straight past it and it's right there. City Hall is looking glorious. I'm talking as if I do know where I'm going. I don't.
We've had a lovely time, walked around a bit, and now we're going to head back to the ship for a chill, I think.
Yeah, a little rest. Done a lot of walking today.
Yeah. Just put back into the Visit Belfast shop to maybe look at getting a pin.
Yeah.
Or 3.
The centre has these little ones. They're £3 each, which I'm having them all. So this is their Visit Belfast Centre. It's half shop, half tourist board. So On the other side, it's got like all the maps and the different tours you can do and the things you can book. On this side, pings. Best.
We've worked out these are the blades of wind turbines, and they are massive. One of the carpets on here looked a lot like the White Star one we saw in the museum.
Yeah, it did. It was almost exactly the same print as what the Titanic had.
Oh, can't say it on a ship.
You can shoot.
Is that to say it backwards?
Yeah.
To undo it.
It's not.
We're going to head up to the Satellite Falls and just at least take us some time to relax. Maybe a bit of maybe get a pina colada.
No, you're talking. Virgin pina colada. I do not want any rum in mine. I like just coconut.
Ooh, nice and fresh air today.
Oh, it's really nice out here.
Yeah.
Warm, not even breezy.
Bizarre.
And there's no one in the thing.
A lovely and peaceful Satellite Falls. Just the way I like it. Just ordering our pina coladas from the Currents bar. They've also got some pretzels in here, and I absolutely love these. Here's a little look at the menu.
One blanket. Two blankets.
You and your shawl.
I love a shawl.
Stay behind these windows and
Do I know the next line?
I popped into the rainforest room for an hour, enjoyed the jacuzzi, which was like, the whole thing was empty, which is great. So if you're going to get a rainforest room pass, port days are a really good day to use it, especially at Castaway Cay if you happen to be on that sailing out of Port Canaveral. I'm now heading to the Disney Parks quiz. Gary is currently having a siesta. I didn't want to wake him. I said, do you want to come? He was like, no, I'm alright. So we'll go and pick him up later. But I always miss the Disney Parks quiz, and I'm wondering if Team of Uno can win.
Disneyland Paris has a population of feral cats in the park. True or false? What is the dog's name in the Carousel of Progress?
Rise and shine.
Win.
I did not win. I got 13 out of 18.
Back you go and bring me a medal.
The winning score was 16, and I made some big I made some rookie errors. So one of the questions I got wrong was the biggest resort on Disney property. Technically, I was right. I put Port Orleans because if you consider Riverside and French Quarter, it is the biggest resort. But they just went by Pop Century because it's a resort by itself. It is the biggest.
It was a good job I never went because I'd have gone All Stars.
All Stars. Tallest attraction, I put Tower of Terror. It's Expedition Everest because it's half a metre taller, half a foot taller. And I knew that. Oh, they said there's a collection of feral cats in Disneyland Paris. And I put false, but they said it was true. And I'm pretty sure there's only Disneyland land.
Disneyland.
So
I've seen them cats.
In Paris?
In Disneyland.
In Disneyland land, yeah, but
suspicious.
I'm looking at you, Disney Cruise Line. Whoever makes the quizzes. There is no pirate night on this sailing, but we've decided that because we brought pirate night things, we're going to wear them regardless tonight. And we've actually bumped into a couple of families and they said, oh, we brought pirate stuff as well. So we've said, as a community, we're going to do it tonight. So we're going to close the curtain.
I will be transformed.
Gary's going to change it to his thing. I'm going to change to my thing. We haven't seen each other's things. And then we'll pull back the curtain like Blind Date.
We definitely haven't seen each other's things.
Oh, God. I'm ready.
I'm a treasure man.
The wig is amazing.
I'm a treasure man. See?
Oh my God.
Yes.
That is something else. I mean, it's not very slimming.
It's not. Okay, in 3, 2.
Well, I'd like to do a little disclaimer.
Oh, come on.
I never do Pirate Night, do I?
No, you don't.
I've done it before. And I'm just like, not my vibe. So this time I thought, why not? Let's go for it. And now there's no Pirate Night. So just please appreciate that. Countdown, go.
3, 2, 1. Oh my God!
I'm Commodore Adam!
Oh my God!
Da, 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 da. I see out to the sea.
Oh no!
No.
Oh.
Still wearing it, so. I thought I wouldn't be a pirate, but I'd be a Commodore. You know, look for the pirates. That's my treasure map. So, you know, I really tried. I really did. There were 2 types of people during fancy dress.
Bargainers. And deluxe.
Extravagance! This wasn't that expensive. I got it from Amazon though.
This wasn't that expensive.
Funnily enough. You cut the hole in it yourself.
Yeah.
Carrie just went to head out. You're right there.
Stuck in the door.
Hi.
There's some more pirates out there now, treasure map.
And there's the X.
There we go.
Yes.
Now we need a shovel.
Now we need a shovel.
I don't have the shovel. Mr. Smee had the shovel.
No.
We don't know where he went. Have you seen Mr. Smee anywhere?
Mr. Smee? No, I haven't. Sorry. I mean, he's quite good with them
I've
up.
got to be careful because my real treasures are showing.
You've heard of the magic carpet, now see the magic treasure map. We didn't get the memo about no pirate night.
You just don't listen to what people say.
Oh, mwah. Mwah. That's how we do it in Europe, right?
So we have a pirate map here, Goofy. Yes, okay, the X marks the spot. It looks like it's Castaway, so we've got a ways to go.
I wasn't showing Goofy the map. I wasn't showing Goofy the map.
No.
Yes, you were.
I was saying.
I'll dob him in, I don't care.
What a snake. I wasn't getting no one nothing. I was just getting a picture.
You're not buying it, are you, Captain?
That picture should so much give out the location. I don't know what I'm saying. That's a very sharp hook you've got there. I tell that to everyone.
Very sharp and very shiny.
Oh dear. He's going to have to walk the plank.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Well, I'll float. This is massive.
Glide down like Mary Poppins.
I will glide down like Mary Poppins. Float there, aimlessly drifting around.
No, he's a very interesting map. Let's put it down to that.
Put that out for the day today.
Keep an eye on you.
Team Captain Hook.
Yeah, that's right. Team Captain Hook. Very good.
So when
I
Stitch
like
again?
Keep an eye on you.
Oh dear.
Always watching.
I'm keeping an eye on him, I promise. What are you up to?
Stitch, hopefully.
Will be a bit hot in the map.
I've de-roped for a bit because everyone's going to breakfast.
You mean dinner?
Yeah, that's it. And everyone's going to dinner and they're coming onto the ship from Belfast, so it's absolute pandemonium down there. And I met Chip and Dale and I met Daisy on the stairs.
Oh, that's good.
So I've actually met all the main characters.
The Mickey Bar.
Disney 100 Mickey Bar, so it tastes 100 times better.
They're sounding the horn again for everyone who's come out to see the ship sailing away. So cool. because of where we are on the ship, we can only hear the echo off the land. So it's quite quiet from here, but I'm assuming from where they are, they can hear it. Ow! I'm gonna have to redo that. Hang on. I was gonna do it this way, so I was gonna go. Hello, Salem. My name's Winifred. What's yours?
Different franchise. I'm covering my face because without my wig I have nothing.
So we did go to dinner, but we have filmed Royal Palace previously, and I just don't want to. I don't want to show you the same. I'd rather show you different. So I'm currently wearing Gary's wig. It was a nice meal.
Yeah, the treasure map was a hit.
The treasure map was very, very popular on board.
I worked it out that I met 7 characters today, including Chip and Dale, I'm counting them as 2, Hook, Mickey, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Daisy, 7.
Right, well, this is going to conclude this vlog, but don't forget you can tune in to next week's vlog, where we're going to be going to
Scotland!
Stirling Castle in Greenock, Scotland.
I love
Ooh
it.
la la.
I love it.
So don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Like this video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to the other stuff. I've already said that, but thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!